Friends, right now the African leader Ibrahim Traoré has become a major topic of discussion around the world. You must have seen his pictures or videos on some social media platform. After decades, Africa has produced a leader who not only raises his voice for the rights of Africans, but also openly exposes the oppression of countries like the United States, Britain and France. So much so that Russian President Vladimir Putin has even said that in the near future, Ibrahim Traoré is going to become the most powerful leader of the Muslim world. On social media, people are even comparing him to the legendary Salahuddin Ayyubi. Let me tell you, the moment Traoré took power, he first expelled the French army from his country. Then, on the matter of Gaza, he openly opposed Israel and its allies. Not only that, but because of his dark skin tone, he proudly claims to be from the family of Hazrat Bilal al-Habashi, sending a message to the entire Muslim community that they should not feel like orphans.
So today in this report, we will share Ibrahim Traoré's full story and detail and explain why, in the coming years, he might become the most powerful leader in the Muslim world. To understand his journey, we need to go back in time. About 36 years ago, in 1988, he was born in the small village of Kera in Burkina Faso into a middle-class family. From his early days, he had a deep desire to join the army, and eventually he entered the Burkina Faso Armed Forces. Over time, he also served in Mali as part of the UN peacekeeping mission. His bravery and leadership qualities earned him recognition as one of the most visionary young military generals in the world.
But in 2022, his life took a dramatic turn that brought him into the global spotlight overnight. In September 2022, Ibrahim Traoré, along with fellow soldiers, staged a coup and removed the then interim president, Paul-Henri Damiba, from power. At just 34 years old, he became the president of Burkina Faso. But why did this coup happen? Burkina Faso, a small West African country, had been suffering for years from the threat of terrorist organizations like ISIS and Al-Qaeda. Thousands of civilians had been killed, and between 2020 and 2022 alone, over 4,000 people died in terror attacks, with about 2 million displaced from their homes. Under Damiba's rule, the government failed to tackle terrorism, poverty, and unemployment. People took to the streets in protest. When Traoré saw his country on the verge of collapse, he stepped forward, vowing to fight terrorism and free Burkina Faso from foreign control. But this was no simple task. In reality, France had deep control over the country, especially its gold reserves. Officially, Burkina Faso was independent, but France profited heavily from its resources. Only about 10% of the profits reached the people of Burkina Faso. So, as soon as Traoré took power, he expelled France from the country. The French army had a strong presence there, and France is counted among the world's powerful nations. But Traoré made it clear that if they did not leave, he was ready for war. French President Emmanuel Macron chose not to get entangled and withdrew the troops peacefully. After France's departure, Traoré understood that to counter the influence of the US and Britain, he needed to get closer to Russia. He extended a hand of friendship to Russian President Vladimir Putin, who accepted it, even calling Traoré a great future leader. Russia began supplying military equipment to Burkina Faso, making the country a strategic partner for Moscow.
What makes Ibrahim Traoré especially popular, not only in Burkina Faso but across the African continent, is his open criticism of Western exploitation. He says the Western world has been looting Africa's gold, uranium, and other resources for centuries. Resources that rightfully belong to Africans. He has declared that the era of such looting is over. Since taking office, he has also been a vocal critic of Israel, Britain, and the US. His leadership influence is such that South Africa has taken Israel and the US to the International Court of Justice, And on every international platform, Traoré openly condemns Israeli aggression. But the statement that has truly made him a symbol in the eyes of Muslims worldwide is his claim of descent from Hazrat Bilal al-Habashi. He says, "I am from the family of Bilal al-Habashi. I am his descendant. The Muslim Ummah must not consider itself orphaned."
After this declaration, many have started to see him as a savior-like figure. Some even say his spirit reflects the determination of Salahuddin Ayyubi. However, only time will tell what kind of leader Ibrahim Traoré will turn out to be. History has seen other leaders, like Saddam Hussein, whose global popularity eventually faded along with their rule. What's your opinion on Ibrahim Traoré? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this report, don't forget to like and share it.